Hey guys, this is Mr. Good Guy 1988. As you can see, I am not posting this on my actual YouTube channel, CryptTube Incorporated. That's usually my main channel that I like to use for Tales from the Crypt content. But I wanted to do something special for you all because of a very special event and moment for me and my wife, where we were able to acquire the very first Good Gal Tiffany, as you can see here. I'm sporting some nice little apparel from Redbubble by the creators of the doll. So I'll get into that in a little bit, but I wanted to create this separate channel for anything involving reviews or unboxings of, you know, any sort of custom dolls or dolls that I get for the Chucky franchise. So I wanted to create this channel that way Chucky fans can enjoy Chucky content while Tales from the Crypt fans can enjoy Tales content. So that's the reason why I'm making these two channels. But let's get into the overall reason as to why you guys are here. So first and foremost, like I said, in case you guys have not been monitoring my my Instagram, Mr. Good Guy 1988, I have been progressively and over time showing updates in regards to the Good Gal Tiffany doll that I've been waiting on for like months. You know, it wasn't too long as a compared to getting my 88 Good Guy, but you know, in terms of time, in terms of supplies, everything else was done in a much more timely fashion. I couldn't be more pleased with the process this time around. It was a lot easier. It was a lot more simpler. Knowing how the process was last time, trying to get him, compared to this time around, it was a lot better, a lot smoother. I got updates. I was getting updates in terms of how long it was going to take, in terms of what was going on with the doll, in terms of what was going on with like certain aspects of creating it, like the dress, the box, all the little nuances of it that were going to make it a lot more better than what it could have been if if it was rushed or whatever the case may be. But let's show it off right now. Let's show her off right now, and I'm going to introduce you all to Good Gal Tiffany here. So as you can see here, she looks amazing. First and foremost, she is like supposed to be an homage to what the Good Guy doll was for the original trilogy in the Child's Play franchise. Now, one more time to put a disclaimer on this. This is not an established piece or an established part of the lore in the Child's Play franchise. This is a completely fan-made concept in terms of what the Chucky franchise can offer. So two diehard fans named Gem Holographic and Dozekith, I came up with this concept, and I'm talking about like seeing it come up from like sketches, and just talk, and seeing it progressively start to come together. It's amazing that I am one of the first to actually hold her in my hands right now, and this is an amazing work of art. I am extremely pleased with the results of it, and this is a callback to not only the Child's Play franchise, in terms of what the Play Partners and Play Pals company was trying to do in terms of what they established in the franchise as to what their intent was with child consumerism. But this is the kind of stuff that Don Mancini had talked about when it came down to Blood Buddy. Batteries Not Included, obviously the same exact script, but how it ended up being in Child's Play in the first place. How Ed Sullivan, the CEO of Play Pals, just saw kids as like just consumer trainees. So this is basically a nod to that, where Don Mancini had talked about the Cabbage Patch Kids, the My Buddy dolls, Quirky dolls, and how basically companies and organizations like that try to sell toys to kids. And how it used to be, us growing up as kids, where we saw those toys and where we saw like a My Buddy doll, and then they come up with a kid's sister for the girl demographic, the little girls, and this right here is a testament to that. And I can't, like, it's just so cool to see a Tiffany version of the Wedding Bell doll that is supposed to replicate and be an homage to the Good Guy doll of the 80s. So this is so awesome to see, and I'll get more into details later. But as you can see here, based on the face sculpt, this is supposed to be the Wedding Bell that you saw in Bride of Chucky. However, this is supposed to be what you would see if she was a good gal version, right? So she actually comes with a secondary outfit. She's supposed to have the wedding bell outfit that you see in Bride of Chucky, and that you see it progressively along with the franchise when her soul's transferred into the wedding bell doll. And this concept is so cool, and I'll get more into the smaller details as to from head to toe as to what she features. But before I even do that, I want to make sure, because one other thing about this is that this doll, I got this as a wedding anniversary gift for me and my wife. We just celebrated our 8-year anniversary, so this is for her. This is for her, and I wanted to. I'm gonna be as delicate as possible. I'm gonna make sure I respect her wishes, because otherwise she'll, chop my balls off. So last thing I need is decapitation and castration coming my way. So just give me a moment. I'm gonna put some gloves on, and we're gonna handle her, and I'm gonna show you exactly what she looks like up front. Okay, so while we go through the details of the doll and whatnot from head to toe, like I said, I'm in this video, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see me holding the doll, but I'm also gonna go out of my way to give you like really high definition close-up shots of her. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about, and that way I can try to articulate exactly what you're seeing. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna talk about the head sculpt. Like I said before, this is supposed to mimic the wedding bell concept of what you saw in Bride of Chucky, established by Kevin Yeager and David Kirshner. And right now, as you see, she has her green eyes, she has the freckles, a small amount of freckles compared to the original good guy. She has her dimples, and as you can see here, the paint job is just absolutely phenomenal. Going through airbrushing and whatnot, they are very, Dozekith and Gem Holographic are very, very particular when it comes down to getting the paint job right. The amount of blush is just perfect. See some of the highlights and shadowing around her dimples and around her cheeks, or around the corners of her lips. It's just absolutely amazing. Nice enough detail when it comes to the eyelashes and the eyebrows. It's just really, really nice to see. It's supposed to look close to what Chucky's good guy looks like. It's just like that. You know how the dolls look, and they progressively look more human when the soul is inhabiting the doll. This right here gives you that look of innocence when it comes to like just a standard doll that you would get, from a supermarket or from a toy store. So like, it's just absolutely perfect for her. As you see here, she also has her Good Gal's headband, a very custom idea that was brought in. Something that you would see normally in a lot of, the style of the 80s and the 90s, when you see girls wearing their headbands with bows in them. And, I think this is a nice little touch to her, and it even says Good Gals on the top of it, which, like when you see her from the top perspective, looking down at her, it's such a cool little add-on to see in terms of aesthetic. She also has little earrings, that were pierced through. They actually have backings to them too. I don't want to pull it off because I don't want to take the chance, but I'm gonna try to show it off as much as possible. But they actually are, real legit earrings pierced to the ear of the doll, and they have legit backings. That way they can actually get pulled off. I assume you can take them off and switch them out and interchange them. I think there might be earrings that are going to go with the wedding bell set. That's going to be part of the accessory kit. So that's one thing that we will see eventually when we get the accessory kit. Her outfit overall, obviously an homage and a mimicry of the good guy overall set. However, the color scheme is obviously different. We have red stitching. The Good Gals logo is centered on the pocket. Red buttons as usual. However, the overall color scheme is purple, more like a dark mauve or dark purple. And she has her own custom logo set. So she, as you can see here, she has an artist set. She has a school teacher, a baker, cook, a nurse. She also has a movie star, celebrity, makeup artist. She has a slew of different kinds of career sets that she has displayed in logo form. So it's not only just the fact that it's kind of paying homage to the original good guy concept, but she's able to do her own things. that, you know, little girls would basically aspire to, or little boys, you know. So these are so cool to see because, like, you know, they're kind of parallels to what you would see on the Good Guy overalls. So I think this is really cool. Her Good Gal shirt, basically the same concept, except this time it's short sleeved. You see her forearms, and her color scheme's a little bit different. She also has pink and purple added to it. Same concept as the Good Guy shirt, except she has more purple and pink added to them, as opposed to the light blues that you see in the Good Guy shirt. She also has real articulate arms. She can articulate herself. I don't want to go too crazy with this because I don't know the extent of how far these arms can go, and I really don't want to test it. But she's able to raise her hands to a certain degree. You hear that creaking. But, you know, you can set her up in a pose where she's saying hi. You know, her other arm is downward. You know, you can put it down. She also has this nice little custom bracelet. It kind of matches her earrings. She has acrylic nails, you know, painted on for her. You know, so cool. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to take the chance in trying to see the extent of how far these arms can go. But as you right here, based on this right here, you can tell that it's a somewhat ball jointed at the socket here in the shoulders. So for that articulation, that's one thing. But as you can tell, her chest and her upper body is basically a vinyl, you know, hard body plastic. So it basically her head sculpt, she doesn't turn her head. So all of this is one piece, one single piece of vinyl plastic. So from the head all the way down to her shoulders, arms, and her upper body is basically all hard body. You know, the rest of it from like here down, I believe is all plush. However, her legs can move. You can hear that creaking in the legs, so she can actually pose her legs. I have been told that she is able to sit down. I have not tested it yet. Like I said, I'm very, very, very on the fence about doing anything so heavily critical of movement and posability because I don't want to cause any damage to this gift that I got for my wife. But I will be testing certain things based on the recommendations and considerations that the artists give me. That way I can provide you guys some like really cool content with the doll. Because I really do want to show this one off a lot because this is so cool of a design to see. And I plan on doing a lot of homages to the original Bride of Chucky film when she gets her wedding belt outfit because I really want to replicate some shots. But I digress. Going back to the overall design of the doll, as I said before, she also has posable legs. They can move backwards, they can move forwards and whatnot. They can come closer, outwards, you know, so I can show it off. So one thing I want to stress about this doll so far, right, that I noticed is that, yes, she is able to pose. She is able to move her legs. However, she is extremely top heavy compared to what her lower body can handle. So she does not necessarily stand on her own. She can stand on her own. However, it requires some kind of back support or it requires a stand of some sort because the chances are of her standing on her own, like the MPS dolls over here, is very slim. And if you just leave her by herself, there's a good chance that she will fall over, whether it's backwards or forwards. So if you do decide to display her outside of her box, I do recommend getting her a stand or something that you can prop her up with. Otherwise, there will be a chance where she could fall on her face and you could damage her paint job. So that's something I wouldn't recommend if you decide to get a doll. But yes, get a stand, which I plan on building a custom one just like Chucky's over here for her. Oh, one other thing, she also has 5 phrases. Oh, I forgot. This is another good guy. Hang on a sec.
I love being hugged. I promise to love, honor, and cherish till death do us part. Hey, let's play dress up. With this ring, I thee wed. Hi, I'm Tiffany, and I'm your very best friend till the end. Heidi ho.
Hey guys, so there's a few more things I forgot to mention about the Good Gal doll that I forgot to record in the initial part of the review. So I'm just gonna add them right now. That way you guys can be aware of them. First thing is that the makers are currently working on a custom signature catchphrase system. So basically, when you get the sound card, you are able to actually opt in for a signature greeting to where they can actually address you by your name. So if you are able to do that, you can basically, have Tiffany say, hi, my name is Tiffany. It's nice to meet you, Claire. I'll be your friend at the end, that kind of thing. Or you can actually change the name of Tiffany and actually add a whole nother names. You can call her Jenny. You can call her Betty, whatever you would like, in order to actually name the dog and customize it to be your own. So whatever pick your poison, basically. Or you could do both. You can actually have her own name, and she can address you by yours. So that's something that's going to be really cool to see when other fans of the doll start to get their own. So that's something I think is very, very significant and important for you guys to know. One other thing is that as you see here on the design of the box, you're gonna see all these different bibs. She'll have her own bibs coming very soon. They're working on those. So if you want your own bibs, you can also order those along with them. The batteries that come with the doll, you can also order those, or you can order your own set. You can order Good Guy batteries. They're currently making a whole bunch of different props along with their dolls that they're making. So keep that in mind when you're ordering your dolls. She has her own Good Gal's, signature phrase along with the chuckle. I don't know what to say in terms of how flabbergasted I am about the whole sound box that they made for her. I don't know if they went and voice recorded themselves doing these custom voice clips outside of the Bride of Chucky quotes, but those are amazing. I'm sorry, I have to say those are amazing because you would wonder what would a Good Gal Tiffany sound like if she had her own phrases. And they're all her own except for the main one, which is hi, I'm Tiffany, I'm a good gal, that kind of stuff. So that is an amazing little feature to have with this doll, especially when this is not something that's established in the lore. This is just a custom fan made concept. This is so cool. Let's talk about her shoes really quick. So she has red socks that go along her feet. So I just want to be very gentle with those. But her shoes, nice little sculpt and paint job here. Purple shoelaces that have the Good Gal's logo on them. And here's the bottom structure of the shoe. Has all her logos on them. In terms of the shoes, it's not bad of a sculpt, and from what I see, they took what I said about the review on the Good Guy shoes very, very seriously, and they did a much better job on the sculpt of these shoes. The one thing I would say though is that with her legs and her ability to stand in terms of weights and all that kind of stuff, maybe tone it down a little bit on the heels or have a little bit more even distribution. Maybe I'm just not positioning her correctly. I probably am not, but in order to have a little bit more stability on her upper body and her legs to stand on her own without much of a stand, I'd say a little bit more even distribution between the heel of the shoe up to the toes. That way she can stand on her own a lot more. But that's just the little issue that I have with the doll. But aside from that, I really don't have much of a problem. One thing I also want to stress on is that she has her own battery box as well. I do have one other little thing that came with the doll was her own Good Gal batteries. So with these, I was able to insert them into the back piece and whatnot just for a small little quick reel on TikTok. So if you guys want to see that in full length, I will include that in the description. But for the most part, those batteries, I don't know if they are actually legit batteries. They look like they're fake, but obviously knowing me with the Good Guy batteries that I replace the labels for, I don't put batteries inside the dolls and keep them in there just on the off chance that the batteries leak acid and then it melts the interior of the battery box. I don't want to take that chance. So yeah, but overall, I am very extremely pleased with this concept with this doll. Obviously, again, reiterating, this is not an official made concept that was established in the lore of Child's Play. But this is something that I would love to see eventually, something similar to this, eventually make it into the franchise. If not, this same concept, I would like to see something similar. But, I would love to see this. I would love to see this make it. This is so freaking cool. Like I said, this is the kind of thing that I think would be really important if it ever did make it into the franchise. I think it would be something that a lot of people would like to see. I already posted pictures of this on Reddit and the Reddit and Instagram. I saw a lot of overwhelmingly positive reviews and comments to her look and her design. And a lot of people were like, thumbs up. Like this thing needs to get into the franchise in some degree or fashion. Oh, and as you can see, right now the creators are also going into their own little side business by creating some of apparel of the Good Gal concept. So as you can see here, I'm wearing my Good Gal shirt for Good Gal Tiffany, and then they also printed out this shirt for my wife with, it shows off the bridal concept, the wedding bell Good Gal Tiffany. So the wedding bell Tiffany is right here on this shirt. They also have it all on their Redbubble. The Redbubble also comes with a whole bunch of different stickers as well. So if you want to get stickers made up of the Good Gal Tiffany, they also have that available for you, on their store. All right, so now we're going to talk about the Good Gal's box. The box is absolutely awesome. It doesn't have that glossy look to it like the original Tots box does, or like what most of the usual Good Guy boxes have. They're obviously all cardboard, right? But they have that glossy layer on top of it to make it shine. This box does not. It's just straight up cardboard. But the print quality is amazing. It's almost like, if it didn't have a glossy layer like those, but it's kind of bare, and it's just straight up cardboard smooth. But the print quality on the box is just straight up like high def. Like I can't imagine if this was printed on any other sort of printer paper or any sort of like quality cardboard that they usually, because I don't know the ins and outs of how they print these things on cardboard, so I really couldn't tell you exactly what the intimate details are in terms of printing these things. But in terms of the image quality, the text, it's all clear as day. The window layer is right there. It's about the same exact kind of plastic that you would get for the usual Good Guy doll boxes. As you can see here, it's designed similar to the Good Guy box. One thing I will say though about the box is that it's very slender. It's not as wide as a Good Guy's box. So just to preserve the quality of the box and to make sure that it doesn't get damaged, limit the amount of time that you either pull the doll out or put it back in, because there's a good chance that even if you get her compressed as much as possible to put her back in, she can basically scrape up against the box. I would say that the box needs to be a little bit wider, but it's not that bad. It's nothing too critical. And for the most part, she's gonna remain in her box until I get an actual proper display case to put her in. I'm not gonna be taking her in and out for that reason, because I don't want her paint job to get scraped up against the box or whatever the case may be. I'm trying to preserve the quality and the make of this doll as much as possible. So yeah, but that pretty much does it for the review. Let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. I would love to see what you guys think and what you would like to see in terms of this doll in the future, because obviously they are now putting these dolls out for everybody else in the public to enjoy, especially if you're a hardcore Child's Play fan and you love custom designs and like the concept overall. It's just a great doll to have within your collection. So do me a favor, make sure you stay tuned to this channel and hit the like button and hit the notification button for any new updates and new videos that are coming up on the channel, because very soon I'm going to be receiving the Moody Pudding Studios Baby Glenn doll that is coming very, very soon. And I'm going to be getting a special surprise. That way I can basically show off to all of you guys. That's going to be coming with the doll. So thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you liked the review. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and have a good day.